Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to another review. So this one is the Roland Cube 15XL. And if you've been following any of my guitar videos of recent, I did a review of my Chord X electric guitar with this Meridian amp. This was actually my old Chord X guitar that at one time I had to pawn for unfortunate reasons of life happening, but they never sold it and I got it back, so hey, I'm happy, and it's been over a year. So anyway, I also used to have this exact same amp, and one came up for sale on Kijiji. And I thought, well, the Meridian's okay, the Rock Tech, well, but the Roland is awesome. And not quite as awesome as a Line 6. I would love to get my hands on a Line 6. I've been actually studying that one a lot too. But in the meantime, the Roland's going to have to do because, yeah, the pocket is now emptied. And it's going to be like that for a while. So I got other projects I have to take care of too. So I'll have to definitely expand on different pedals instead of worrying about a Line 6 amp. But in the meantime, I know this amp well enough that I can actually do a review this fast on it. And I know amps, period. So, you know, helps a lot. So the Roland is actually, I think, one of the best practice amps out there, especially when it comes to the budget, when it comes to the features. The quality is just outstanding. I mean, it blows the doors off PV, sorry to say, but you cannot even buy a PV for the same price this thing sold for new 2 years ago. And I only paid about $120 brand new for my first Roland XL15. And this one here that I got off Kijiji, I put in an offer with them, and I got it for 40 bucks. And the thing is absolutely immaculate, pristine condition. It's just so amazing. So the girl took really, really good care of this thing. So I'm very happy that I got something in such great condition at a great price too. Buying these things used, 40 is about what you would pay for them. Like 60 is usually like top for one of these things used. You know, so 40, great deal. Very happy. And you know, and I paid 40 bucks to the Hawk Shop for the Meridian, and it's not even a tenth of the amp that the Roland is. But I thought I'd just, you know, have the video with all three of them there, so you can see all three, and you know, and then you can refer yourself to my other videos on these, and you can actually hear the difference between them all if you like. So I'm going to do a demo, of course, with this, but I want to show you the features of this amp, so that you've got a really good idea of exactly what it is. So I'm going to pull the camera off the tripod for a second, give you a little walk around tour, and then we'll get started. So this thing's got an 8-inch driver in it. It has two ported speaker vent holes up front for, you know, allowing the sound to come through, and it kind of does reduce the bass a little bit, but it keeps the sound extra clean. On the top here, of course, you've got bass, middle, treble, auxiliary input for an MP3 or CD player, recording out or headphones, power squeezer, we'll talk about that in a minute. Your clean channel and your lead channel are totally independent of each other. The only difference is they do share the equalizer, which is great. And you, of course, bass, mid, treble, right? Now your effects that you have in here are Roland Boss effects. These are authentic effects pedals, but in this form. You've got overdrive, distortion, metal zone, and of course the new extreme. Well, not so new anymore. It's been almost 2 years, so, but really awesome extreme you'll hear. Gain control, separate volume control. So say I set my volume where it is here for my lead channel, but on my clean channel, I want my volume up here. I switch over to there, and I'm only going to get the output that's set here. You can turn this all you want, nothing is going to happen. It gets cut off completely. This channel gets totally independent from the other one. And like I said, your equalizer will be shared between each channel, so that's no problem. The back end of the amp, of course, is sealed in. The only venting is for allowing the electronics to breathe. It's really well built, good strong wood, you know, nice covering, good heavy duty corners all the way around. I mean, this thing is built like a brick, man. It's built like a tank. So it's really nice. And it's a nice thick steel grill too on the front as well. So back up to here. Now, I'm going to do this review a little bit differently. First I'm going to give you the star rating. It's going to be 4 out of 5. We're going to talk about that rating after we're done. So let me grab my guitar and we'll fire it up and show you what this thing sounds like. Now, just a quick note on this power squeezer. It's also called apartment mode. It's called saving you from getting evicted button. This amp is 15 watts, guys, and it's super, super, super loud for 15 watts. So it has a lot of horsepower behind it. So it's good in even larger areas. It's going to really put out the volume levels great, and it's going to stay really clean up to a certain point, like any other amp would too. And I've had my last Cube XL cranked up full blast and still sounding really good. You know, on any of the effects loopings, so, and as well as on the clean channel, really good. So I'm very impressed with what they've done here for, you know, $120 for the amp when it was brand new. So just totally awesome. And Peavey can't even touch this sort of thing for that kind of money either. So that's pretty cool. Anyhow, so clean channel, power squeezer. What it does is it reduces the output. So I'm going to turn my volume all the way up on my guitar. Grab a pick here. Now my volume is set 5, 4. I'm going to set the volume at 3 for the clean. Okay, now this is with power squeezer activated. Okay. Let's deactivate the squeezer. I'm not even banging really super hard on the strings yet. So it reduces quite a bit of that power away so that you can play in a small confined area and still get those rich sounds and just awesome sound coming out that you need and want, okay, without blowing windows out of the house or, you know, getting your parents or your spouse ticked off at you for turning up the volume a bit. And you can still turn this quite loud even with the power squeezer. Like, that's on 3. There's 5 right here, right in the middle. You know, it raises it up, but it's not overly obnoxious. And no, I'm not going to turn the power squeezer off on 5 because my neighbors are home next door. When they do go out, I will do a video showing you how this thing can really let loose. So I respect my neighbors. So anyways, so let's go into the lead channel. Now we're going to start off with the overdrive. Volume is going to be on 2, okay? And we're going to have the gain in the middle at 5. And my bass, mid, and treble for the whole video, I'm leaving them just centered. Okay? Now, middle switch. Now I got dual humbuckers here, so it will sound different on different guitar setups with different pickups. And the neck pickup only. Now let's turn that gain right to the top. Start with the neck pickup and work our way backwards. Middle. And the bridge pickup. Okay, so let's go to distortion. Gain in the middle. And middle pickup. Bridge, or sorry, neck. Full gain. Metal Zone. Gainers at half. Full gain, start at the neck, work our way back. Okay, extreme. Gain in the middle, starting up the bridge. Middle. Neck pickup. Okay, let's turn that gain to the hill. Starting at the neck pickup. Okay, so all in all, and I wasn't trying to play anything particular, just, you know, giving you the sounds of some different chords, and I'm not a lead lick guitarist, I've mentioned that before. Of course, I ain't going to start teaching myself how to be, but yeah, it's all fun. So, anyhow, why the 4 out of 5? Well, nothing's perfect, guys. You check any one of my 700 and some odd videos, but especially reviews. I don't give anything a 5 out of 5. I come close a couple of times. You know, 4 3/4 has about been the max. However, this is definitely a full 4 out of 5. Now, where's it losing that one whole complete star? Well, A, it ain't perfect, okay? That's one. B, the effect system, I think they could have done a better job. They offer you 4 Boss authentic pedals with full adjustment range. It would have been nice had they put in at least a foot switch like you'll find on the Line 6. I mean, hey, I'm sure we had the technology 2 years ago. And that would have been, you know, thing where optional. Buy this switch optional for $60. and you can go click, click, click between the different effects. So in the meantime, if you need to switch, you have two options. You buy some extra pedals, especially if you need all the same four, which makes it redundant to buy an amp that already has it in there, right? But, you know, I like the Extreme and I like the main distortion. The other two, they're not too bad, right? But I really like the Extreme. So if they would have put in a foot switch, at least you can at least click between them, even though you wouldn't be able to change the settings other than, you know, you preset things up and see if those are actually good suitable tones for every single one of them. Then at least it would give you the ability to switch through each one, because you know, as you've heard on each setting we did throughout the pickup range on my guitar, including being all on the gain halfway up, that the alterations are definitely noticeable, you know. And I think the way it's set up right now is actually not bad. You know, could use a little bit more mid maybe, and a little, just a hair more treble, I guess, into the newest one there, their Extreme. Anyways, so foot pedal would have been nice. So it's not a major thing, but you know, it's kind of hard to play and then stop all of a sudden to switch, you know. Generally what you find in a lot of PV amps in this size and usually price range is you get clean distortion, that's it, okay? And nowadays with PVs, well, 2 years ago for sure, when I bought this one originally, the first one, I compared it against a PV that they had there, and the cheapest PV they had in the store was around the same price. It was around $100, and it had distortion, it had clean, and believe it or not, it was even smaller than that Rock Tech that's sitting on top of my Meridium, okay? So it was a real piece of scrap. So for a couple of dollars difference, you get the Cube with an 8-inch speaker, 4 effects, built like a brick, loud as heck, you know, clean sound, you know. Yeah, I'm in, you know. So that's why I bought the Cube to begin with. So I was hoping that, you know, when I got another electric guitar again, I'd be able to get another Cube, and I got lucky. A, I got my old guitar back that I pawned originally, and B, I also got another Cube amp, exactly the same model as the first one I originally bought. So I'm quite happy. And it's not going to end here, trust me. I still got pedals I want to buy, and I got a couple more amps in mind, a couple of guitars, including a right-handed electric, possibly a right-handed acoustic for moi, because I can play both left and right-handed. I'm way better left than I am right, but I want to train myself to be the same on both. Okay, now I'm not sitting here playing a bunch of Metallica songs for you guys today, so that's why I'm just doing, you know, sample, beating the daylights out of the strings and give you an idea here. It is a very, very, very good amp for price, for size, for power output. Is just 15 watts. I think it's kind of really underrated, you know, because when you crank this thing up, which I'm going to actually do when I can get the chance to do it, I'm going to do a video with this thing cranked right up on the clean channel and on the dirty channels, on the lead channels. And you'll see how this thing can really do, although that won't scream through your computer speakers and blow your speakers apart, but it'll give you a bit of an idea that, yeah, this is extreme power, okay? But, or hey, buy one and try it yourself and you'll be happy with it. I am, you know, and, yeah, so that's why it loses the point there. Because I really think, you know, I mean, the technology was there 2 years ago. What's it really going to be? Like, if it would have been another $10 or, you know, maybe $15 for the amp just to get something with a foot pedal access, that would have been great. Now, either include the pedal or charge us an extra few bucks for the pedal, but give us the ability to plug the darn pedal in so we can go click, click, frontwards and backwards, right where we need to go, you know, or a pedal with 4 independent buttons and having the intelligence to know which one to switch to. Whichever. The point is, they could have done it, they didn't do it, and that is the one drawback, is to being able to switch between the two. So this would put anybody in a position where, okay, I really like the Extreme. I know I'm going to use the Extreme a lot in a couple of songs I'm going to be doing, but I'm also going to need access to regular overdrive in that song. I need to be able to click to it when I need to. I can't stop playing and then do that. I'm going to end up having to pay a monkey to do that. Or I'm going to have to buy a distortion pedal. So then why do I have even this feature, you know? That's the one thing PV kept practical. In amps, especially in this size range, you got clean, you got distortion. That was it, you know? So, but PV is also a lot more money even just for those two. This thing has 4 different effects, and they're all authentic Roland Boss pedals, which is an even bigger bonus too. So, and you've got full control over them, just like you would with separate individual pedals. So anyways, so that's my viewpoints on the Roland. I'm quite happy I got another one. I was very much hoping I could, and got one at a great price, and very happy with that. And now I got to collect some pedals and a couple more amps that I'm after too. But there's purposes behind all that stuff. And eventually I'll probably get myself a small mixing board and some mics and some other things, and you know, because at one time I used to have a recording studio in the house, but I want to try doing that again. Anyway, so that's where we're sitting. Great amp overall, definitely worth the money. You could pay upwards as $60 for one of these things used, and that's fair. But $60, it better be cherry like this one, you know. Because if it's got, you know, anything broken on it anywhere, or dented or, you know, or beat up, well, it just became not very much money, unfortunately, Roland or not, you know. So, and if you want to do a comparison, check out my other video with the review with the Court and the Meridian, and you can see what the Meridian sounds like too with its overdrive and its clean. And I also have a video up on the Rock Tech. I have a review on it, so you can hear what it's like. And I did do the cleanup on the Rock Tech for those of you who have watched that video, and it really didn't improve anything. So yeah, it's just, it's aged, and you know, it's been around, and I am probably going to have to put a new speaker in it, or you know, just keep it for a kicker amp or something, just to put some stupid, crazy, gross, dirty distortion through it, you know what I mean? So maybe do it for that, but otherwise, I mean, it's not too bad of a little amp, really. I'm still happy with it. I mean, can't complain. It is what it is. So, but this, that's a nice machine. It is, and it does deserve a full 4 out of 5. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. You know, feel free to leave your comments, questions, whatever. I will be getting effects pedals, like I said, but that's going to be closer to the new year, because I have other projects I need to get done first that have to do with RC, and I now have enough equipment right now to do a couple of the tunes I want to do for some of my RC videos to get me going, at least until I can get some other effects pedals in, so that'll be alright. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and hey, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and you know, to get new videos and updates of videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.